Oh, hi, didn't see you there. My name's Taylor and I'm the Youth Employment Program Coordinator at the Ground Level Youth Center. And in this week's video, we are going to be talking about how to apply to university and college. As usual, somewhere in this video, I will ask a question, and if you answer that question, either by messaging our page or commenting on the post, I will put you in a draw to win a prize. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing, before you get started on any application for any school, you're going to want a few things. First of all, you're going to need a My Alberta Digital ID account. So I'm going to show you the website and I'm going to show you what it looks like and how to sign up for one if you don't already have one. But this account basically lets you access most of Alberta's governmental services. And so you're going to need that account before you can start anything else. And then you're also going to need an Apply Alberta account, which I will show you as well. And then you're also going to need your Alberta student number, which is the number that identifies you as a student in Alberta. And if you don't know what that is, I will also show you how to get that. And then the last thing you're going to want is you're obviously going to want to know what program you want to apply for and what school you want to apply to. And so if you don't know that yet, don't even start an application, because if you're not sure, you don't want to apply. Okay, so step one is creating a My Alberta Digital ID. As you can see, I'm on the homepage of their website. It's account.alberta.ca, and then you're going to want to press down here, create account. So it's going to ask you for most of your personal information. It's going to ask you to create a username. It's going to ask for your email and to create a password. Then it's going to ask for the obvious personal information, like your first and last name, your date of birth, your sex, and then your address and your phone number. So it's pretty easy to sign up. If you don't already have an account, you're going to need one in order to apply to school. So that's step number one. So the second step is to create an Apply Alberta account. So we're going to want to press Apply Now, and it's going to tell you the things that you need to create an account. And then you're going to press Apply Now in this top corner, and it's going to ask you to create an account if you don't already have one. And part of creating that account is you're going to need your Alberta student number. So if you don't know that already, usually it is on all of your report cards, but if you don't know it, you can look it up. You just have to go to learnerregistry.ae.alberta.ca, and I will put all of these websites in the description so you can click on them if you want to find them. And you can look up your Alberta student number by signing in all of your personal information, and you can search it and it'll tell you your student number. So if you don't know it, then you can go here and look it up. So let's go back to your application. So once you create an account for Apply Alberta, this is the center for applying for all Alberta schools. So you're going to create your account, and any school in Alberta that you want to apply for, you're going to apply to it through here. Each province has their own application center, but we're just going to stick with Alberta for now. So the next step after you've created your Apply Alberta account and you've put in all your information, as you can see here on the corner, all my information is in there. It's going to ask you what school you want to start an application for. So there's a lot of options here. Like I said, you want to know before you start which school you want to apply to, but each one is going to have their own kind of different application process. But once you click one, it'll likely take you to their website where you can start the process of applying to their school. So once you've decided which school you want to apply to, I'm going to use MacEwan University as an example. It's probably going to take you to a page that looks similar to this, and it's going to ask you some questions. So it's probably first going to ask you which term you want to apply for. So you're going to have to think about this. Usually people apply for the fall term of the next year. So the next term would be 2021 fall, which would be September that it starts. So I'm going to click that as my option. And next you want to click which program you'd like to apply to. So let's say I want to take a Bachelor of Commerce. So I'm going to click that, and then you're going to press next. And it's going to ask you for some more questions, as you can see here in the corner. It's going to ask you if you took any advanced placement courses. It's going to ask what your primary language is. And then it's going to ask you if you have been required to quit a university or anything like that. I'm going to say no because I haven't. It's going to ask you for an emergency contact. It's also going to ask you for some other things, like if you want to stay in residence. And then after that, it's going to ask you to review all the information that you've put in, and they want to make sure that it is true and correct. So they want to make sure that you don't lie about anything, because they will find out and you can get in big trouble about lying. So make sure that everything that you put on your application is completely true. And then it's going to ask you to pay, and once you pay for that application, it'll be submitted, and they will likely send you an email saying that they have received your application. Okay, so now that we've sent our application in, we've paid for everything, and then it's been confirmed. So the university will send you an email saying that they've received your application, and they're gonna probably send you a couple of things. So one, they might send you a student number that you can use to identify yourself at their school. And two, they might send you to set up an account for their school. So they A, might give you an email, or B, they might send you to their website to sign up for an account as a student at their school. This is before you receive any news on whether you have been accepted. So you're going to want to make sure that you read carefully every single email you receive, because they're usually all really important information for you to know about your application, and you want to make sure that if they tell you to sign up on their website that you sign up, because they might send all your information to that account. So they're probably going to tell you if you got accepted or denied on that account. So make sure that you read everything that it asks you to do on those emails, and hopefully you get in. So those are the very basic steps on how to apply to a university or a college. Obviously, there's a little more detail than that with what I showed in the video, but it would be a very long video if I showed step by step. But it can seem a little bit intimidating to apply, but just know that it's not that bad, and going to school is a very exciting experience. And if you do need help with any applications, any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to our Facebook page, and I will see how I can help you. So lastly, I want to ask the question of the day is, what is your dream job? So if everything was perfect, you could go to school wherever you wanted, what would be your dream job? If you want to answer that question, you can message our page or comment on our page as usual, and I will put your name in a draw to win a prize. Thank you for joining us this week, and I will see you next week. Bye!